Richard Goodall's story feels like the kind of journey that reminds people why they believe in second chances. For most of his life, he was known not as a performer or recording artist, but as a hard-working school janitor in Terre Haute, Indiana. Day after day, he cleaned hallways, classrooms, and cafeterias while quietly carrying a passion that few outside his community fully understood. Music had always been part of who he was, and students often heard him singing while he worked. His voice became a familiar and comforting part of school life. Long before national television audiences discovered him, the people around him already knew he had a remarkable gift. What makes Richard's story special is not only the talent he possesses, but also the patience and humility with which he carried that talent for so many years. He never expected fame or recognition. He simply loved to sing. Yet life has a way of surprising people when they least expect it, and Richard's journey would eventually prove that extraordinary opportunities can appear at any stage of life. A simple life in Indiana. Born in Indianapolis and raised in Indiana, Richard built a life centered around hard work, family, and community. For more than 2 decades, he worked at a middle school, where he became much more than an employee. Students saw him as a friendly presence who greeted them every day with kindness and encouragement. Teachers and staff respected his dedication, while many students were inspired by his positive attitude. Even during ordinary workdays, music followed him wherever he went. Singing was never something he turned off when the workday began. Instead, it became part of his routine. Whether cleaning hallways or preparing classrooms, Richard often sang the songs he loved. Those moments brought smiles to students and coworkers alike. While he never imagined performing for millions, he unknowingly spent years developing the confidence and authenticity that would later connect with audiences across the country. His life was simple, steady, and deeply rooted in the community that supported him. The viral moment that opened a door. Everything began to change when a video of Richard singing Journey's classic song, Don't Stop Believin', found its way online. What started as a simple recording quickly attracted attention from people far beyond Indiana. Viewers were drawn to the sincerity in his performance and the genuine joy he expressed while singing. The clip spread rapidly across social media, introducing thousands of people to the man many would soon know as the singing janitor. As the video continued gaining momentum, it reached people connected to major entertainment opportunities. Suddenly, Richard found himself facing possibilities he had never imagined. What had once been a private passion shared among students and coworkers was now being seen by audiences around the country. The attention was exciting, but it was also overwhelming. Despite the growing spotlight, Richard remained grounded. He approached every new opportunity with gratitude and disbelief, never losing sight of the life he had built before the cameras arrived. Stepping onto a national stage. When Richard finally stepped onto the stage of a major talent competition, he carried with him decades of life experience rather than years of professional performance training. He wasn't a polished celebrity or a seasoned touring musician. He was a school janitor pursuing a dream many people would have considered impossible. Yet the moment he began singing, the audience immediately connected with him. His voice carried emotion, sincerity, and authenticity. Rather than trying to impress people with flashy techniques, he focused on telling a story through music. That approach resonated deeply. Viewers saw someone who represented determination, resilience, and the belief that dreams do not have expiration dates. His audition became one of the most talked-about moments of the season, and millions of people began following his journey. The support he received reflected something larger than a singing competition. People saw themselves in Richard's story and found inspiration in his willingness to take a chance despite uncertainty. Performing with heart. Throughout the competition, Richard continued to win over audiences not only because of his voice, but because of the emotion behind every performance. Each song felt personal. Rather than simply singing lyrics, he shared pieces of his own life through music. Viewers could sense the experiences that shaped him, and that emotional honesty became one of his greatest strengths. Week after week, he demonstrated versatility while staying true to the style that made him unique. His performances reflected gratitude, perseverance, and a deep appreciation for the opportunities unfolding before him. As the competition progressed, more people began believing that he had a genuine chance to win. What started as an inspiring underdog story gradually transformed into a serious championship run. Yet despite the growing attention, Richard remained remarkably humble, consistently expressing appreciation for everyone who supported him along the way. Personal loss and resilience. Behind Richard's uplifting journey lies a story of personal challenges and heartbreak. Like many people, he experienced moments that tested his strength and changed the course of his life. One of the most difficult chapters came with the loss of his first wife after her battle with illness. The experience left a lasting impact on him and brought a period of grief that was difficult to navigate. Music became an important source of comfort during those years. Singing allowed him to process emotions and find moments of hope during painful times. Those experiences also gave his performances a depth that audiences could feel. When Richard sang about love, loss, and perseverance, he wasn't simply performing words written by someone else. He was drawing from real experiences that had shaped his life. That emotional authenticity became one of the reasons so many viewers connected with him throughout his journey. Finding love again life eventually brought Richard another unexpected blessing when he met Angie, a woman who would become an important source of support and encouragement. Their relationship developed during a period when Richard was rebuilding his life and looking toward the future. Angie believed in him and encouraged him to pursue opportunities that he might otherwise have doubted. Throughout his rise to national recognition, she remained by his side, providing stability and support. Their partnership became one of the most meaningful parts of Richard's story. As his career opportunities expanded, their relationship provided a foundation that helped him stay focused on what truly mattered. Together, they embraced the new experiences and challenges that came with his growing success. Their story serves as a reminder that life's most rewarding chapters often arrive after periods of hardship and uncertainty. A life-changing victory. Winning the competition marked a turning point unlike anything Richard had ever experienced. The victory brought national recognition, financial rewards, and countless opportunities. More importantly, it validated years of dedication to a passion he had quietly pursued throughout his life. Millions of viewers celebrated alongside him as he achieved a dream that once seemed impossible. Yet even after the confetti settled and the excitement began to fade, Richard approached his success with the same humility that had defined him from the beginning. Rather than viewing the victory as an ending, he saw it as the beginning of a new chapter. The win opened doors to performances, appearances, and opportunities that continued expanding his audience. For someone who had spent years singing in school hallways, the experience was both thrilling and deeply humbling. Staying grounded after success. One of the most remarkable aspects of Richard's journey is how committed he remained to the values that shaped him long before fame arrived. While many people expected him to immediately leave his longtime job behind, he continued maintaining strong connections to the community that supported him from the start. His decision reflected the kind of person he has always been. He never viewed success as a reason to forget where he came from. Instead, he embraced new opportunities while remaining grateful for the people and places that helped shape his journey. Students, teachers, friends, and neighbors continued to celebrate his achievements because they recognized that fame had not changed his character. That authenticity became one of the qualities fans admired most. Richard's story proved that success does not require abandoning your roots. Building a music career. As opportunities continued growing, Richard began exploring the possibility of building a professional music career. Recording sessions, live performances, and special appearances allowed him to share his voice with larger audiences than ever before. Rather than rushing into major decisions, he approached this new chapter thoughtfully and carefully. He understood that building a lasting career requires patience and dedication. Every performance became an opportunity to learn and grow as an artist. Fans eagerly supported his musical projects because they had followed his journey from the very beginning. What made his career path unique was the fact that it emerged after decades spent pursuing a completely different profession. Richard's success challenged traditional ideas about when dreams should be pursued and what a music career is supposed to look like. Looking toward the future today, Richard Goodall stands at an exciting crossroads. The future holds possibilities that would have seemed unimaginable only a few years ago. New music, live performances, and opportunities to connect with audiences continue appearing as his journey evolves. At the same time, he remains focused on enjoying life with his family and appreciating the blessings that have come his way. Whether performing on a stage, meeting fans, or spending time with loved ones, he approaches each experience with gratitude. His story continues to inspire people because it demonstrates that perseverance, kindness, and belief in oneself can create opportunities at any age. Richard's journey is ultimately about much more than singing. It is about courage, resilience, and the willingness to embrace unexpected possibilities. From school hallways in Indiana to stages seen by millions, his story serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary dreams begin in the most ordinary places.